Hello and welcome. Here we are to do the insights and planetary aspects for Thursday, the 23rd of May. Full moon today, great day to clean your crystals and put them out and leave them out overnight to recharge with that fantastic Sagittarius energy. We've got the full moon in Sag. So we've got a void, of course, from 5:26 a.m. PM, 5:26 p.m. to 6:24 p.m. And we're ingress into Sagittarius. We've got the full moon in Sagittarius at 11:53 p.m. and it is at 2 degrees Sagittarius. So we have the moon opposition Uranus at 06:23 a.m. Expect disruptions, obsessions, and changing circumstances. The moon sextile Lilith at 10:34 a.m. Psychic openness, turn inward, rest and replenish, honour the divine feminine. The moon opposition Venus at 05:06 p.m. Tendencies to be obsessive with other people, indulgence in excessive feelings. The moon opposition Jupiter at 05:13 p.m. Opposition, extravagant tendencies, exaggeration of emotions. The moon trine Neptune at 05:27 p.m. Creative inspiration, positive thinking and feeling, express your visions. The moon conjunct Sagittarius at 06:24 p.m. This is when we move into the influence of Sagittarius, which is a mutable fire sign ruled by Jupiter, the expansive Jupiter. Sagittarius relates to the 9th house of affairs, such as foreign countries, travel, culture, religion, higher education, law. The positive traits are expansive, optimistic, generous, compassionate, loving, justice and equality, dependable. The negative traits are blindly optimistic, extremist, prone to exaggeration, wasteful, vain, unbalanced belief systems, and irresponsible. The key words for Sagittarius are expansion, fortune, optimism, enthusiasm, philosophy, freedom, travel, speaking up, faith, exploring the meaning of issues around not being believed and being curtailed. The key words for Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, are broadens, increases, opens up, travel, exploration, beliefs, higher learning, abundance, opportunities, growth, expansion, excessiveness or excesses, and celebrity. When we're being influenced by Sagittarius and Jupiter, we are inspired to be more philosophical and optimistic. We tend to feel adventurous and have the need for freedom or independence, or freedom and or independence. Harmonious aspects to the sun and the moon in Sagittarius help you to advance all things related to Sagittarius. Stressful aspects can trigger panic attacks. When feeling restricted, you might be blunt and prone to exaggeration or exasperation. But exaggeration of all situations. You might, you could become a little bit of a drama queen. Probably is an easy way to explain it if you've got those stressful aspects and you're feeling pent up and restricted and constrained and not believed. That's one of the worst things for Sag, because they tend to be they're forever seeking the truth. So if you're dishonest to a Sag, it's the worst, about the worst sin you could commit towards them, I think. Okay, the affinities for Sagittarius are element and qualities: fire, mutable; plant part, the fruit; nutrient, protein; temperament, choleric; body parts and organ systems are the hips, the thighs, the venous system, the liver. Metal is the tin. The metal is tin. Fertility is semi-barren. The polarity quality is positive and hot. Venus conjunct Jupiter at 06.29 p.m. Friendships, relationships, projects, beginning of a new cycle. Venus sextile Neptune at 08.50 p.m. Sensitive, psychic and romantic liaisons. Use your imagination. The moon sextile Pluto at 10:10 p.m. Deep-rooted feelings surface. Use opportunities to transform relationships. The moon opposition the sun at 11:53 p.m. Conflict through others, emotions, and emotions conflict with honourable responses. So just take a breath before you respond. If your emotions are feeling conflicted, just be a little careful how you answer any questions, especially if you happen to be a Sagittarius. So we have the full moon in Sagittarius at 11:53 p.m. at 2 degrees Sagittarius. This is a time of optimism and new beginnings, and very optimistic feelings for the future. Make good use of all the positive traits and the keywords and expressions for Jupiter, the expansive Jupiter, and the lucky Sagittarius. Also, be aware of the body parts and organs that you may particularly feel the energy vibrating through at this time. There may be opportunities for transformation in several areas of your life. Take advantage of the benefits as listed before. So just think about all those keywords, those positive things, the positive traits of Sagittarius, and connect with those and make use of it, make the most of it. It's a great night to practice a full moon ritual. And at this Thursday's full moon, today in Sagittarius, a myriad of aspects energise the day. We possibly end up being optimistically confused by the end of it. However, weather permitting, it's an ideal evening to watch and celebrate the full moon rising in the afternoon at 4:26 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, AEST time. Okay, it is and that was 4:26. It is an ideal time to consciously initiate a letting go process as the next 2 weeks lend themselves to release and limitation and elimination. So release and elimination. Spend some time and focus on the positive changes which you would like to make. You might want to write down some bad habits or relationships or behaviours that you wish to remove from your life, and make a ceremony and burn them, and completely letting go of them and giving thanks for all the things that you already have in your life that are working well for you, and making sure that you make note of all your own special qualities and gifts. All the gifts and qualities that you take for granted and overlook within yourself. So when you're writing down or focusing on noticing all the good things you already have in your life, take particular time to think about the good things about you, the things that you love about yourself, or perhaps the things that you haven't been loving about yourself enough. Think about things that you do well. And even if you don't think you absolutely excel at them, just honour the fact that you managed to get them done. And maybe, you know, just be a little gentle on yourself and relish the fact that you're unique, and there are certain things that you can do that perhaps everybody else might not do, and you don't have to think upon these things on a grand scale. They don't have to be huge things. They can be little things that you do, but that make a difference to yourself and people around you, and perhaps you haven't stopped to look upon that side of things. It's a really good time after you've burnt all those negative things, those bad habits, the things you don't want in your life, a relationship you may need to let go of, some sort of relationship you have with someone or something. You might have a bit of an addictive relationship to anything, a food, alcohol, drugs, anything, you know, over-exercising, overeating, just whatever. There could be some sort of addictive habit or trait there that's been bothering you. Write that down, burn it, get rid of it all, and then honour yourself and the good things you do, and your good traits and your good practices, your good exercises. Just really honour them and celebrate them on this full moon, and that helps them to expand. It helps them to, and you know, like you're releasing all that's not suiting you, and that's sort of happening over the next couple of weeks. It's a really good time to release what you don't need, declutter, release all these, any pent up emotions you've got, you know, any bad habits, any negative patterning or that might have formed, some sort of form of guilt you've built up, any of those things that might be pulling you back and weighing you down. It's a good time to release them, and one way of releasing things is to write them down and burn it, Another way is to think, visualize the habit or the word for the habit, see it in front of you, and then just see it dissolve and dissipate into the ethers, just disappear and no longer exists. So that's a good way of doing it, but always follow it up by celebrating the wonderful things in your life and the good, really wonderful things about you and the good things you do, the good patterns you've formed, the good habits, the good abilities you know that you have that you often overlook. You might cook really well and you just assume, well, everybody cooks okay. Well, that's not necessarily true. It's the same as you might create beautiful art and be overcritical of it yourself always, and just, you know, realise that no matter how much you criticise it, other people will see beauty in it. So you need to learn to see the beauty in it yourself. And you know, at least reward yourself for having a go, even if whatever you've tried to do hasn't turned out as perfect as you would have liked it to. You know, celebrate the fact that you had a go at it. You tried it out. And if it wasn't as successful as you wanted it to be, well, then you can always do it another time. But at least you've had a go at it and you've produced something. You've created something wonderful. Okay, so where were we here? And nurture yourself and indulge in a lovely, nice lavender bath. It'd be a really nice thing to do after you've done your moon ritual. It'd be really lovely to get out if you've got no clouds and that and the moon's up and it's clear. It's lovely to get out and dance under that full moon, to stand in front of the moon, spread your arms out wide and breathe the light of the moon, the beautiful mother moon, into your heart center. Breathe that Sagittarian energy right into your heart center and then let it radiate through all your chakras and fill your body up. That's a really nice exercise to do on a full moon. Don't forget your crystals. Okay, so that's it. Really big one today because there's a lot of aspects today, and it's, you know, the energy's fairly buzzing, so you could feel rather a little bit overwhelmed at times, a bit confused, and just be really ready for a good sleep this evening. So, you know, you have that lovely relaxing lavender bath before you pop into bed for a good night's sleep, and just do your gratitude exercises and some nice deep breathing before you go to sleep. Some of you might find it really awkward to sleep on a full moon. I do usually, especially when there's so much going on like there is today. But, you know, deep breathing and doing your gratitude exercises and that often before you go to bed and putting some really nice relaxing music on can help you get to sleep. Okay, I hope this was helpful and you enjoyed it. If so, please give it the thumbs up, share online and subscribe. As always, lots of love and many blessings. Bye for now.